bodies improperly stored at a Callaway funeral home.
Going through all this is just... nobody deserves this.
News 13 has an exclusive update on the controversy.
Plus, as school bells get ready to ring, we talk with WMDD Studios and serving all of Northwest Florida. This is News 13 at 10.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Amy Hoyt.
And I'm Jerry Brown. We begin tonight with a funeral home director telling News 13 exclusively his side of the story after an emotional event at Brock's hometown funeral home.
Gregory Dunphy and Felicia Bosch were arrested this weekend after investigators determined 16 bodies were being stored improperly at the funeral home in Callaway. Dunphy tells News 13 that he actually works at another funeral home and only began working at Brock's 3 weeks ago. He says it was a favor to Bosch, who needed to take some time off. Once he discovered the problems at the funeral home, Dunphy says he gave Bosch some time to remedy the situation. When that did not happen, he notified authorities.
I didn't want to cause families grief, and they had suffered through the loss of their loved ones, but I didn't want to cause Brock's any problems without giving them a fair chance.
News 13's Caitlin Lawrence spoke with one of those families earlier today.
She tells us they are now having to find other funeral arrangements for their loved ones.
It was going to be the closure Scott Fernandez and his siblings needed.
We were supposed to have an open casket viewing. Now with our family, it doesn't have any chance of ever seeing my mom again.
Their mom, Sandra Hansen, passed away unexpectedly last Thursday, August 11th. Numb and grieving her death, Fernandez trusted the employees at Brock's hometown funeral home to fulfill his family's desires.
Mr. Gregg, me and him had the understanding. I've already had a visit with him, signed contracts with him, and come to find out,
what fucking
he just
shit.
stuck her in some room somewhere and left her there.
Bay County Sheriff's investigators say employees never placed Hansen's body in a cooler, nor had they embalmed it yet.
That's my mom. And there's no other way to put it. That's
She's
my
gonna
mom.
fucking rot in the goddamn ground. What the fuck
Feelings is
difference does
not
it make?
just ours, but there's multiple families that was wronged.
Besides Hansen, investigators found 5 other bodies in the main funeral home with no refrigeration. Another 10 were inside a
Oh,
cooler
shit.
with a thermostat set at 62 degrees, higher than the state's requirement of 40.
How can you rest in peace when your body's not even being taken care of like it's supposed to?
It's fucking
When
dead,
they just treat you
motherfucker.
like you're a piece of trash or a slab of meat.
Fernandez and his family are now making
Yeah.
other funeral
Uh-huh.
arrangements and struggling to move
Yeah,
on.
what kind of
My
fucking...
heart goes out to all the families out there that's dealing with this. And
Oh, yeah.
you're going through a lot, but I'll help you get through your moment also.
Closure the funeral home didn't provide. In Callaway, Caitlin Lawrence, News 13.
Brock's hometown funeral home is permanently closed.
The owners voluntarily surrendered their state mortuary license today.
Springfield firefighters and
I can't believe this. Two motherfucking days. Oh my goodness. Gee whiz. What the fuck difference does it make? All this is just a goddamn guilt trip. That's all the fuck it is. And I'll bet you there's probably going to be a lawsuit that comes out of it. This is what this is all about. You got a sleazy cock-sucking attorney that's probably pushing everything. He's behind the fucking scenes. There'll be a lawsuit against the Brock funeral home and everything like that. And then the cock-sucking lying motherfucker will make a bunch of money out of it. I guarantee that's what the fuck this shit's all about. But in the meantime, oh yeah, the Bay County Sheriff's Department's going to put these 2 people in jail for what? But at the same time, not doing anything to try to prevent these boom cars that are putting the ambulance and fire department people in danger, putting people in traffic in fucking danger and everything like that. Violating thousands of people of their rights to be able to live in their homes in peace and everything like that. Because I know what the fuck's going on. What's going on is the cops love noise. They love barking dogs. They love noise. But I guarantee you, them motherfuckers, they'll make sure that their fucking place is like heaven on earth. They'll leave their fucking cars out there. and put their families at fucking risk. Which I think it is a criminal offense to reveal the residence of a law enforcement person. But hey, when it comes to them, fuck, they can do as they goddamn well please. These fucking boom cars can go all over the place. No matter how many times I try to tell them about the same fucking vehicles are going up and down the goddamn road. All night long. All fucking night long. And then there's one black SUV, heard the motherfucker today. Car tag's 415 GL. I couldn't get the last fucking tag number there, but that's not good enough or anything like that. Boom car punk motherfuckers. I even one time saw 3 red cars surrounding this fucking vehicle. I know he's a fucking head drug dealer in this fucking area here. He probably owns all the cops in Panama City, Florida. Oh yeah, and I even gave Tommy Ford, the new sheriff, July 28, 2016, when I went to one of these bullshit, violence prevention bullshit, Voices Against Violence bullshit motherfucking thing. Go on YouTube under Jimbikeman Violence Prevention. Yeah, I've done my conscience to try and make this a nicer place for people to live and everything like that. But see, the cops, they know that these fucking boom cars rile people up, irritate them. There's a guy, I think it's in Houston, Texas, if I'm not correct. He was a volunteer fireman or something like that. It was on 2020, several years ago. There was some loud neighbors, and I'm sure it's not the first time he called. And so there was a group of people, and he had to defend himself against these motherfuckers because they were fucking drunk and they outnumbered him. But you see, the cops, they knew that these fucking neighbors were a fucking irritation to this guy. They knew it. Just like Michael Dunn. He's in jail for the rest of his life. God, I wish I could pray and somehow or another figure out some way to get his freedom. I don't even know him. But he was over in Jacksonville, and he was going to marry his son off in Jacksonville. He went to the Gate gas station, and this boom car punk motherfucker in a red vehicle, Trayvon Martin, piece of shit motherfucker, inconsiderate motherfucker. No, Jordan Davis, pardon me. Trayvon Martin is the one that tried to beat George Zimmerman's head in. George Zimmerman taught him a fucking permanent fucking lesson. Just like this Jordan Davis piece of shit motherfucker. Hey, maybe Michael Dunn said, hey, you low-life motherfucker, turn that shit down, man. No, he figured, fuck you, I'll do as I goddamn well please. So what did he do? They pulled a gun on fucking Michael Dunn. But he had a concealed weapons permit, which most people I know, they don't even get a fucking concealed weapons permit, which told me that he had a better control of his gun, and maybe he did target practicing too. So he was a lot more conscientious with his gun. He owned Dun & Dun software. He was an airplane pilot. He wasn't no fucking dummy. He was a rich man. Now he's in jail for the rest of his life. Why? Because he defended himself against the motherfuckers that pulled a gun on him, and the fucking cops made sure that fucking gun didn't show up. So you say, cops, these pussy-ass motherfuckers, they make sure that their homes are crime-free. That's why they stick their fucking cars out. I think cops should be able to bring their cars home, but it ought to be automatically. If you are caught leaving your car out, not only are you fired immediately, you're going to fucking jail. Minimum 1 year in jail. You're going to lose every fucking thing you got. So, this funeral home thing, all that is a fucking guilt trip, man. Think about the headstones, think about the caskets, think about the flowers, think about the fucking, all the ceremony bullshit, all this fucking money put in the ground, man. Mausoleums, and then they'll play a guilt trip on the people that, well, didn't you love Mama? Didn't you love her? Well, don't just get her a wooden box. Get her something that's going to be guaranteed 100 years. Nothing's going to get to her, as if by putting her in a box, it's going to make it to where the elements still don't fucking get to them. See, it's all the funeral industry is a fucking guilt industry. That's all the fuck it is. They play on people's guilt at a time of when they're the weakest, of when a loved one dies. But the thing is, there are places of where they have wakes. They celebrate the death of somebody. They party and everything like that. I think that goes on in Louisiana or something like that. But the thing is, all the funeral industry is a fucking guilt industry. Man, I'm going to tell you something. All the money, go to a graveyard and then count all the fucking stones. Count all the carving and everything that went in it. Count all the different things that go on in a funeral. Fancy clothes and everything like that. Putting makeup on them and everything like that. God, I'd like to see what those fucking bills look like. How much they fucking charge. So, all the funeral industry is just a fucking guilt industry. There are places, I think it's India, where they just take them and they just put them in a fucking river. I think it's called the Ganges River, and they let them go back. There are some places where they just fucking feed them to the goddamn buzzards. But you see, there's a lot of money to be made off fucking funerals, man. Not only that, let's not even talk about the rings that probably are melted down. The gold and everything like that. Oh, don't you think Grandma ought to wear her fucking diamonds and everything like that? Hey, that's more for them, man. So the truth of the matter is, the Bay County Sheriff's Department, they don't fucking do anything about these goddamn boom cars that are felonies under 80610 of the Florida statute, put ambulance and fire department people in danger. They're felonies under 932 contraband, under 876 of the Florida statutes. It's called the American Terror Statute. Sheriff's Department can arrest them under 3015 of the Florida statutes and put them in jail immediately. No warrant is needed. But goddamn, everything Bike Man says is a fucking lie. It don't mean a goddamn thing. That's the reason why I fucking name statutes, because they can't turn around and say, well, you're entitled to your fucking opinion. And what gets me, the dispatchers know about all the different emergency vehicles that are sent out to possibly die, and they won't even do anything to fucking protect them. No matter, they always play this game of, well, you just don't have enough. You don't have enough information. I could get them a tag. I could get them who they look like. Well, you didn't tell me what kind of bugs is on the bumper. So anyway, I thank my Maker that my Maker has given me a mouth and that I open it when I see things far worse than my sins and inequities.